Greetings and salutations, everybody. Happy New Year, and welcome to the 256th. Sorry, string attack. Welcome to the 256th episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can always call me by my Ravelry and other name, JD. I answer to both. And I just want to say hi and thanks for your patience. It's been a month or longer since you've last heard from me, and I apologize for that. But I was very, very sick, and then I was very, very sick again. Differently, but I was sick and tired. That's an old Cosby joke. All apologies. This episode brought to you by Seltzer Water, because I forgot to get myself a beer. And let's get on to it. Excuse me. Anyway, for contact information, I put that at the end of the podcast in a little short blurb, so you'll be able to get in touch with me. And yes, there will be a drawing. I wrote down everybody who commented in Ravelry and YouTube. I put everybody who said they were, that they, only one person, Bev, who is frankly awesome. She said she had both books already. And, let me get them for you. Hold on. Yay, so prepared. Anyway, the drawing is for two gently used books from my library. Folk Shawls by Cheryl Oberl and Knitting Ephemera by Carol Sukowski, who is awesome. And that is going to be at the end of the podcast. There will be a magazine review. There will be whips. There will be some finished objects. And I'm still scatterbrained about what my knitting plans are, other than finishing my works in progress. So, not much future planning going on. What can I say? So, anyway, let's get on to the whips, because who doesn't have those? This is the Chicken Strong shawl, designed, I don't know who designed it because I didn't prepare no notes this week, can you tell? And you can see how pretty that yarn is, because it's right in front of the freaking camera. This is the Chicken Strong shawl, published for free on Red Heart's site, and it's going to be bigger than the one that my friend Leanne crocheted. Yeah, you know you're tired when you mess up knit and crochet and it's your own project, right? Anyway, you messy. So anyway, I'm using Cairn Cakes because I love self-striping yarns and stuff. And I'm thinking this will be done soon as I've reached the edging. I haven't finished it yet because I am confused as to why the chart is different from what the end of my latest row of crochet is, so I need to figure it out. But this is going to be pretty, and I hope it blocks. It's acrylic and wool. Yeah, whatever. That's what that is. And then I did some machine knitting. This is a rather haphazard piece. This is going to be a prayer shawl. This was machine knit on my LK. Singer made the machine. It's an LK 100. It's the bulky knitter, I think. I'm still quite the novice with the machine knitting. Oop, and I'm showing you the wrong side of the garment. It's very long and very soft, so it can wrap around you a few times, as was my intention. You know, comfort shawl, prayer shawl for my church, and I'm trying to make it a little more tied together by crocheting and edging. I picked out an edging, but I'm not sure if I like it quite. As you can see, I can only do stockinette right now on the machine. And because I was really experimenting and I was happily, I don't know how to describe the sound machine knitting makes. It's very comforting though. It's catcha, kind of like that. And it's covered in cat fur because Cleo. And I kept changing my gauge to see what would happen. This is a Hayfield DK weight yarn. This was on the higher tension dial. And then I tightened it up a little bit on this end. You may or may not notice. That plus my stitching isn't perfect because I have lots to learn in regards to machine knitting, but I'm enjoying it. So tension is so much more important than I thought it would be for machine knitting. But anyway, this is going to be done next week, I hope too. I have lots of knitting and crochet plans because the weather has been crappy starting today. Finally seeing some winter weather in my life. Let me show you a nearly finished object. I just need to crochet the ends together. I have been nuts for scrappy scarves on my round knitting machine. I'll show it to you because it's my latest knitting machine and it's actually quite portable. And the edges look like junk. Just junky edges. I don't know why. I guess that's just what it is. But anyway, I've been really enjoying making scrappy scarves. Sorry. I've been enjoying making scrappy scarves, and this is one of them. This is all yarn given to me by Leanne. I told her she could destatch some of her scraps on me, and she did that, and then she ended up giving me more scraps, so more yarn, so that's where this came from. And yeah, and this is a finished object. This is another scrappy scarf, the first one, and I really like how this came together. The white is a sparkly, soft yarn by Red Heart. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Oh, and I don't know what those yarns either are. They were just balls of yarn. But anyway, yes, this one came out nicely. Will be given to a charity of my choice. So there's going to be a lot of scrappy scarves in my near future. I have not depleted a lot of yarn yet. I'm working on it though. I'm enjoying knitting with it. Let me show you really quick the knitting machine I'm using. This is the Loops and Threads Knit Quick. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I already broke this piece, but that doesn't matter. It's just the tension gauge. And it's just an all-plastic machine. Yay! It's got about 44 needles, and so it's a little bit like the Addy Knit King, which is a fancier, way more expensive knitting machine. But this was, I got it half off at Michael's, and so if you break a part, you have to buy a new one. That's the thing, the difference between the Addy King and this one. But 50% off coupon, you can't go wrong. The only tip I can give a new machine knitter right now is be patient and don't go fast. That's all I can say. So you saw the finished, you saw the machine I got. I haven't been spinning because even though I love it, I haven't been in the mood. Been working a lot on the machine knitting. So anyway, let's go on to stuff and junk, shall we? I am plugging away every once in a while at my cross stitch. I started a Halloween piece a little while ago, and it's so small right now I can't even show it to you. But I'm working on this one little cross stitch bookmark kit. And other way. This is what I'm working on. I have made it to almost finishing this square. I bought it as a kit from the general store in Cold Spring Village, which is a tourist location near Cape May, and I love it there. So there I am. Not quite perfect. Let me move my face. Oh, excuse me. Sneeze shield. Oh. Anyway, yes, I'm working away. Oh, so sorry. Anyway, so yes, I'm cross-stitching. I haven't sewn in a while because my craft room is over there next to the dining room and it's not very well heated. And it's a bit drafty. So, yeah. Sometimes I love braving the cold and spending hours in there. Sometimes I don't even open the door. So, yeah. At least my stash is mostly stored downstairs. So I can get that. Okay, and what else? Ooh, knitting magazine. I did say I was going to do a review, didn't I? Yes. Unfortunately, bad news. At least for me. I know not everybody loved this magazine, but this is the last new issue of Creative Knitting from what I've heard, and that makes me sad because I like this issue. I like this magazine. I like the concept of having a wide variety of projects for the new knitter and the experienced. And yeah. But anyway, I do have a favorite object here. Let me get to it. I did like something. The shawls in it are pretty. And I like, funny enough, one of my favorite sweater in here is actually by Karina Ferguson, a designer I enjoy. And it's the Bay Crest cardigan. I like that. So that's my favorite. But I also like the other shawls. I like the shawls in here. That is lovely. And let's, oh, wait, that's pretty too. Wait a minute. No, wait, that's ugly. Sorry. And some of these designs just fall flat on my face. I don't like them. This one I like. This one right here. And there's a cute baby sweater, and I kind of like this one. But I do not like those arms. The sleeves, they start, and I read some of the pattern, and it increases rapidly, like 8 stitches increase right before, well, right after the garter stitch cuff. I mean, I don't see the reason for it. It looks kind of like it's a capped sleeve. No, that's wrong. It's not flattering, even on a skinny mini like the young lady is. The rest, Okay, so the rest of the stuff I'm not in love with or about to cast on. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to cast on anything from this issue, but there's some beautiful things. Isn't that lovely? Of course it is. Who doesn't like a good lace shawl? Well, people who like modern shawls or don't like shawls at all. It's got some good articles in it about finishing and all that stuff. Yarn substitution. There's some article about yarn substitution. So I'm gonna miss this, Meg. What they're going to do is let you either get a refund for the remainder of your subscription or send the rest of the issues to you as Crochet, one of the other Annie's Attic publications. So that's what's going to happen to that. Sad, but true. And anyway, let me see. What else is new? The weather today, wintry. Winter mix. Fluffy snow, not even an inch. And rain, and it's terribly cold. Not as bad as what the Midwest is going through, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be out there. When everybody canceled for the knit night on Monday, I was like, okay, I get the night off. Got some stuff done. So what I have here, trying to look in the right camera, what have I got? Oh, good. Only 16 minutes. I'm glad. I'm proud of that. I've got names of commenters and wonderful people. And I'm shaking it up. So, who? Now where did I put them? Oh, there. No. Books. Where did I put the books? Oh, there they are. Okay. I'm okay. You okay? I'm okay. You get folk shawls. Let's see. Sorry. Enid is going to get a copy of Folk Shawls. Yay. Enid. It's backwards. Anyway, you're going to get it. I will mail it to you. I know where you live, even. I know where you live. And who's going to get knitting ephemera? Let's see. Ooh, I pulled out two. Sorry. Really haphazard, I know. Robin Bushk. So, Robin, you're getting the knitting ephemera. Congratulations. And I know you thought, I think I remember your comment, that you posted after the cutoff time. Sorry. Whew. Maybe I should have been drinking beer, then I'd have an excuse. Anyway, that's the drawing. Enid gets the shawl thing. And Robin, you get the ephemera. I'm writing this down for myself. So please feel free to email me and say, yes, I want it, or, oh, no, that's not the one I want. I'll just keep those names in the bag. And let me see. Ephemera. Don't forget to spell, Jeannie. If you have it already or whatever, let me know. So, again, email address, or you can message me directly via Ravelry, or I think even YouTube allows direct messages. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's probably it for this episode. I'm gonna shoot for every Tuesday. I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm gonna do episode notes. And then you'll find out who designed the shawl I'm making. And yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to a year of knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving. Oh, I went to a weaving class. Oh, God, yeah. It was so informative, and I learned so much. It was run by the Jockey Hollow Weavers, and the phone is ringing. It's just a clusterfuck episode. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, and on other fiber artist news, no, I did not go to Vogue Knitting Live this past weekend. I just decided to make it easy on myself. Getting to New York City is a frustrating experience because you either go by bus or by train, and it's expensive, and I didn't want to do it, honestly. And I didn't want to walk around in the cold, because that's what I usually do. I get in the city and I walk to my destination no matter where. So, next year I'll hit it, and I'm going to try and find a bus to Maryland Sheep and Wool. I'll keep you posted if I can make it to that one. I do hope so, because that is a lovely convention. I see that they actually have an admission price now, which is surprising, but well earned. It's a nicely run affair. Again, hoping to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, but I'll keep you posted, of course. As for Connecticut Sheep and Wool, unfortunately, Bridget, my lovely cousin, who you see sometimes, she has a workshop for her career as a masseuse, a certified massage therapist, and her career is obviously more important to her than looking at sheep and wool, even though we both love it. So I'm going to miss that. I'm sorry. I do enjoy that little festival. It is adorable and informative. And that's where I bought my Magic Craft rose that I adore so, that I haven't touched in months. Anyway. So, basically, I'm going to start taking notes. Enid, don't be worried. I want to say a big thank you to people who have sent me a gift or note. I want to show you something. Now I'm going into the 25 minutes span almost. Holy crap. I was so surprised and happy when Kina, who is also the Limitless Crafter, sent me a shawl. This is beautiful, Kina. Thank you so much. I get compliments whenever I wear it out in public. And to Bev, who knows who she is, thank you so much for the striping yarn. I so appreciate it. I can't decide which one to start knitting with. And the books are awesome too. And yeah. Oh, and she doesn't watch the podcast, but Leanne did give me a bunch of yarn, and I've already started knitting it. And yeah. So thank you so much. I appreciate every comment and every thought that you send me, and it just means the world to me, and that's why I keep going, even if I kind of skip a few weeks every once in a while. But anyway, going to close this up before I reach 26 minutes, kids. I'm looking at the record symbol, not the camera. I don't know why. But regardless, I want you to know I plan on podcasting more this year. So anyway, let me leave you with my favorite parting thought. Whenever you're doing crafts, from the simple to the sublime, you're making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. I will talk at you next week. Enjoy and keep stitching.